This video we're going to talk about the Dewalt DW317 Jigsaw. In this case, $5 at a yard sale, and I'll explain why coming up. I'm Roger and welcome to the shop, and happened upon a yard sale as I was running an errand this morning, so saw they had a bunch of tools out there. Some of them were really old. There was a, for example, a table saw there that of some non-brand that must have been made back in the 50s or 60s. But at any rate, quite a few tools there. The guy that was, and his wife that were girlfriend or whatever, that were selling things, well, let's say they weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, so to speak. So I saw this Dewalt DW317 Jigsaw, and I already have one of these. I don't need another one. But they had a $5 tag on it. Comes with a bag. You don't need that either. Well, even came with a book. And the blade that's in it, along with another dull blade. So I asked him, I says, does it work? He goes, oh, yeah, it runs, but it doesn't cut very good. I said, well, what do you mean it doesn't cut very good? And he says, well, you can't cut anything straight with it. It wanders all over the place. And so, okay, I was looking at it, and everything appears to be okay. So you got a place where you can plug it in? Oh, yeah. So plug this in here. So I did notice that the trigger sticks a little bit, but I think with a little bit of lubrication there, we can get that fixed up. A couple of things I noticed was that the base plate wasn't set at 0, and over here you have adjustments for straight cut, or you can go orbital. Straight cut will give you the smoothest cut, but it doesn't cut as fast. It is, of course, when I picked this up, it was set on 3, which is the most aggressive cut, where the blade actually tips forward, so you get more of that orbital action. So it will give you a very splintery cut. The other thing I noticed was when I had talked to him a little bit, and I'm going to unplug this before I do something stupid. Something else I had noticed when I was talking to him was he has metal blades. There's one in here. Here's another one that's really dull. And he had been cutting plywood with it to make some kind of cutout shapes for yard art, and just wasn't happy with this at all. He says he couldn't cut a straight line. So what I'm going to do is put a wood blade in here, because I'm pretty experienced with a jigsaw. And I'm going to draw a line, and we're going to cut a line. We'll see how straight it is. It shouldn't be a problem. If you're not familiar with how to change the blade on these, it's very simple. Obviously it's unplugged. So there's a little lever right here. Let's see where you can see it good. Little lever right here. You just push that down. That releases the blade. I'm going to stick a wood blade in here. And I'm going to just cut a piece of 1/2-inch plywood here. I'm going to set this to not quite as such an aggressive cut. I'll take it down to number 1. Just still orbital, so it'll cut a little bit quicker. This plugged in. Okay, that's freehand, no guide. There's a square against it. No problem cutting straight. So what am I going to do with this? It's almost new. I mean, it's had very little use. I could tell by looking at it, it was a little dusty, and like I said, that trigger was sticking a little bit, but that was easily fixed. A little bit of silicone spray on that. I think it'd probably been sitting somewhere for a while. So what am I going to do with it? don't need another jigsaw. I've already got 3, and I already have one of these. I think what I'm going to do, and it'll make a nice little project, is every once in a while you need, and before I've clamped one of these in a vise before where you need like a jigsaw table. If you watched my previous video with the Dremel router table, which is sitting right back here with some junk sitting on it, I'm going to do something similar to that, but make it a jigsaw table with a tilt top, and you'll be able to change the blades easily, and I'll put a safety switch on the front of it, and probably make a metal plate for the base, and it'll make a nice little wintertime project. So you can look for that coming up, because that's my plan for this $5 Dewalt DW317 yard sale jigsaw find. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you got a little bit of something out of it, or if you've been looking at getting a Dewalt jigsaw, these are quality. I used one back in the trade too when I was working as an electrician. We did a lot of cutouts and steel, and we used these jigsaws. Occasionally, if we were lucky enough, we got to have one of the cordless ones, but generally it was corded. So, hope you like this. Always appreciate getting a thumbs up. And we're always looking for subscribers. And if you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified when I post another video. Otherwise, I'm Roger in the shop with my $5 yard sale find. We'll see you on the next video.